Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of the N.A.R.C.N Network, and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 167 on the N.A.R.C.N Network, and this actually might be part 1 of episode 167. And the title of episode 167 is The Facial Attribute That Gives Away a Narcissist. Now, what we're going to be talking about in this video is kind of a strange thing, because a while back I was doing some studies on narcissism, and I came across this study done by the University of Toronto up in Canada, where I am, on narcissistic facial structures and how you can detect whether a narcissist is a narcissist by simply looking at some part of their face. You guys out there may have come across this information before. If you have, then you're already going to know what I'm going to be talking about here. But when I first came across this study, I thought it was crazy or kind of flaky, and I was like, this can't really actually be true because it seems so strange. But as it turns out, the University of Toronto a number of years ago did a study on narcissism and on detecting whether or not a person was a narcissist. So what they did apparently is they took a bunch of narcissists who were known to be narcissists. They were either diagnosed narcissists or self-admitted narcissists. They knew they were narcissistic people for sure. So they took a group of those narcissists, and then they took a control group of people who were not narcissists, and they took facial photographs of these people. And the reason they did this was to compare the facial attributes of the people who were actual confirmed narcissists and people who were not actually confirmed narcissists, to see whether or not people could detect whether or not these people were narcissists based on this one particular attribute that they had on their faces. And this attribute was actually their eyebrows. Now again, when I first came across this idea or this study, I thought it was kind of crazy. But I did a whole mess of research into this only to find out that yes, this was really done. And the accuracy level for detecting a narcissist based on their eyebrows was something like above the 90 percentile. They were able to do this. And how they tested this is they took the faces of people who were confirmed narcissists, and they took their eyebrows off of their pictures, or they deleted their eyebrows off of their pictures, and then they had people blindly look at these photographs of these narcissists without their eyebrows. As it turns out, people did not point out these individuals as being narcissists because their eyebrows had either been removed or replaced with the eyebrows of a person who was non-narcissistic. And when they did these tests, they did the same thing in reverse. They took people who weren't narcissists and superimposed narcissist eyebrows on them, and when the people looked at the photographs, again, they singled out these people as looking like they may be narcissists based on their eyebrows. Now, of course, when they were looking at the same photographs of the people who were confirmed narcissists, individuals actually picked out these people as being narcissists, and they were indeed clinically narcissistic people. So this is kind of an amazing thing if you think about it, the fact that you can detect a person, or you can detect a narcissist with perhaps 90% accuracy simply by examining their eyebrows and their features in their eyebrows. Now, what they were looking for when it came to the eyebrows in narcissists was, in males, they were looking for, of course, the definition of the eyebrows, whether or not the eyebrows were well kept or groomed well, the shape, the size, and things of this nature. These were actually the things that gave away whether or not a male was narcissistic based on what his eyebrows looked like. When they were looking at females, they were looking at the shape of the eyebrow, how it was groomed, how perhaps it was coiffured in a certain shape or whatever. That was what actually gave away whether or not the female was actually narcissistic or not, was the shape and how well groomed the eyebrows were and how they were done, perhaps how they were plucked and those things. So these distinctive features are what seem to give away the narcissist as far as their eyebrows. But again, what amazed me is the factor that they were able to determine a narcissistic person, or a clinically narcissistic person, with above 90% accuracy, just based on that narcissist's eyebrows. To me, this is absolutely fascinating, because it shows that there is some correlation between what the narcissists do outwardly with themselves to represent their narcissism, as well as how they are behaviorally inside with their narcissism. So obviously this study being done at the University of Toronto was quite extensive. I'm actually still reading up some different things on it. And if I find out any more information here on this, I'm going to present it on the N.A.R.C.N network. But I thought that this would just be a fascinating, strange little topic to put here in episode 167, because there's probably some of you out there who've never come across this before. I had never heard of this until just a little while ago. And the idea that this could actually be true kind of fascinated me, so I decided to present an episode on the N.A.R.C.N network here and just talk about this particular thing and the research that had been done in this, because it seems so crazy, but obviously there is some realistic accuracy to the research behind this that was done at the University of Toronto. So I'm just going to say this was the content I wanted to talk about here in episode 167. There may be a part 2 here to episode 167, but for now, that's the main points I wanted to talk about in here, was that fascinating subject of narcissistic eyebrows and how it can give away a narcissist. I'm going to say please stay tuned. I've got lots of new content coming up on the N.A.R.C.N network and also on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you really soon. And keep an eye out for part 2 of episode 167, because I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a part 2 here coming up in a little while. Have a great day, guys.